Hello there, YouTube. How the hell are you? My name is Vac, and we're here tonight to play some Marvel Strike Force. So welcome to Mortytown TV. Come on in, make yourself at home, put on your favorite music, and get swifty.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
All right, so we're here for a relatively quick evening session. We got no war going on today or nothing like that. We're going to run through all the basics. We're going to do raid. We're going to do blitz. Actually, we may not do blitz. I don't think we even need blitz. We'll have a look at our daily objectives, and pretty much everything is done. So we're just going to knock out what we need to do to get the stuff that we want and to make sure that the alliance is well taken care of. Phantom, welcome and good evening. How are you, sir? Welcome back to the stream. So let's see here. We're going to pick up what's in our inbox. I got slingshotted back to fourth today. Sometimes arena can be hot garbage, and I really wished it was an actual arena where I could fight live people and not have to deal with that kind of crap, but whatever, I want the cores. So anyway, Blob is now in the arena store, and I'm pretty excited about that. So let's go check that out, because this is the first time in a long while that there's a character that I can spend my arena credits on. I've pretty much been buying the Kingpin vaults for a while now, so it'll be nice to have something useful again. Josh, welcome back to the program, sir. Glad to have you here. All right, let's see now. We could use these isomers for sure. What else have we got going on here today? I have had a bad one. I'm hoping he'll show up for me, but we'll know. Well, either way, it's whatever. I'll just save my credits and keep seeing them every time, and keep buying them every time I see him, because I'm not done with them yet. As opposed to most characters. We found out today that one of our coworkers has tested positive for COVID-19. And not just that, but he got it when he went to a wedding like a week and a half ago, and his son and wife have both had it all week last week, and he kept coming to work anyway. So we might have a massive outbreak. In fact, I myself am in peril of having caught it from him. So I don't really know how I'm going to react to that. So there's Blob, Padow. So for the moment, I might not be working much in the near future, and I might be sick. So for now, I'm just going to hang off on all the whaling. We're still going to buy energy, but I think that's as far as I'm going to go. Because I've been relying on overtime and stuff like that, and I had just signed up for a bunch of overtime because I want to rebuild my back deck. But I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen now, to be honest. And we're all a little beside ourselves that this guy knew his family was sick and kept coming to work anyway. I don't understand why people would behave like that, but he's one of these guys that listens to, right-wing media, and they're all telling him that, oh, it's all overblown, it's just a bad flu, it's not that big a deal. And he might have come in there and got a whole lot of people sick last week. His partner has a wife who's in terrible condition. Yeah, well, what I got to do is I got to wait for the company to get back with me, and they're going to pay for the testing. So that'll probably be happening within the next few days. Anyway, welcome back to the stream, Mr. Alvarado. Sorry to start that off with a bummer, but that's what I'm looking at today. So we're just going to forget about all that now, and we're going to play some Marvel Strike Force. And I'm just going to, until I get tested, I'm going to assume that I have it, and I'm going to behave accordingly. They're not going to let me get away from, they're going to make me come into work, but I'm going to avoid people as best as possible. And let's see here. This starts up in, how long we got? 8 days? 8 whole days before that starts? All right, whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, where I'm at. Testing is not widely available here. All right, so yeah, I did all my calls before this started up. Let my family know they're not going to see me for a little bit. This is the second scare like this that I've had at work now, and I mean, we were out for 6 weeks, and if everybody just stayed the hell home for that 6 weeks, it'd be over. So we wouldn't really have an issue. We'd have got this under control. But instead, people were out protesting. I don't want to wear a mask, and so here we are. Look at that. Oof. 6 of them. Wow. All right, one more. This is all from that big win that we got this morning. We should have probably opened those this morning, but I was all fired up to go start our next DD3. And I don't know if any of y'all, I think some of y'all were here for that, right? Man, that was a lot of fun, dude. We took my Black Order team in and just rolled through the first node like it was nothing. Got halfway through the second node before they went down. It was incredible. So I get the feeling that Black Order is really going to be a big help to me going through on this second run. I'm going to hang off on buying any of that. Let's see here. I got plenty of silver upgrade tokens, but the Doctor Strange is tempting, but I'm gonna reserve them. All right, so. Yep. Quit trolling me, game. All right, let's go and spend. Those will be the first red stars that I've passed on in forever. But I'm going to pass. Let's see now. Hi, Nick. Welcome to the stream. All right, so that's our energy spent. Let's see here. How am I looking on arena? Like I said, I got slingshotted down to 4th earlier. I took out the number 1 guy. When I came out of the fight, I was number 4. Lucky here slingshotted me. And what are you going to do? That's the way the game works. The only time I have not had to worry about that is when I had a team that was so far ahead of everybody else on the shard that they didn't even bother attacking me. And that was when I was the first guy in my arena shard to really put together a massive Black Bolt yo-yo combination. I don't care much for it, Nick, but hey, it is what it is. I really wish that arena was. I mean, when I think arena, I think what they're calling versus battle. That's what I think of as arena. This arena game mode is meh. It's all right, but it's not great. It's not really what I would call PvP. There's the flip, and I'll flip her right back. Okay, we got rid of their Proxima. Look at all that retaliation. Bye-bye, Thanos. Yeah, if you get to the point where you're doing your moonshot and there's still 5 people on the board afterwards, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Drain some health. Hopefully this will help kill Corvus. This will definitely kill Corvus. Now we just wear the big guy down. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. All right, here we go. So yeah, I'm sorry if that disappoints, but it looks like I may be out of work soon. So all whaling except for some energy is going to be discontinued for the time being. I'll probably fall back some slots in the top 100, but I'm not that concerned about it. There's no prize for that. That's just bragging rights. All right, so we need to get into that U7 raid. Looks like we're behind on that. We need to get going on that as quick as we can. So we're going to go to strike team 3. We're going to look for an empty lane, which there is not one. All right, hang on a minute. Let's have a look at these others and see if somebody's got a lane open. Nope, nope, nope. And 2, there is indeed a lane open. Okay, so since Linte's busy, we're going to take that open lane there, and she can fill in later. She's welcome to jump me. I don't care. I'm not trying to get first place. You know, I'm just doing my part. I mean, I often do, but the oh, hey, Mike, you listening to all that, buddy? David, welcome back to the stream, sir. Well, not what I heard is that not last weekend, but the weekend before that, Tim went to a wedding with his family that had better than 50 people at it, and they caught COVID. And his wife and son have been sick all week. He's been coming to work anyway, is kind of the way I heard it. And now over the weekend, he has tested positive. Or he was getting sick and a fever, and then today he tested positive. That's what I heard. He also worked overtime all weekend and was in nearly every department. He did stay over and work on afternoons with us. So yeah, so there's a whole lot of pissed off and worried people right now. And not to mention Andy, his partner, his wife is deathly ill, has lung issues, and is on oxygen at home. She catches it, she's not going to make it. So that's pretty much everything I know, Mike. Josh, we'll see you when you get back, buddy. Sorry, I'm a bit of a bummer tonight, ain't I? Anyway, sorry, Mike is a guy I work with, and he one of the Mortys in the Locos, and of course he's interested to know what's going on, what everybody's hearing. I've been getting texts all day long about this. Everybody's kind of up in arms and worried. So right now we're working our way through our U7 lane. Trying to make some progress. Look at all those resists. They all resisted that Winds of Watum. You're weak, Strange. You're weak. Let's get him off the board, though, before he does any harm to us. Well, there's no need for that, Nick, but that does speed things along. We appreciate it. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's my free-to-play account that I'm playing over there, and I need all my cores for energy. And I got no problem, if anybody else does the same, right? But we do appreciate all the donations. But all we're really asking is that everybody donate to 10,000 gold every day. Nice, nice. Okay, well, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that. I just spent a lot of Baxos's gold. I'm working up a Fantastic Four team for him. He's got a 6-star Invisible Woman now, so because I did a lot of work on Sinister Six previous to the event, so he's in pretty good shape. I'm working that Fantastic Four up now, getting them ready for war and Blitz. Blew a lot of his gold. Not all of it, but a lot of it. You still with me, Mike, or are you off gossiping? I mean, I assume working in the paint booth, you probably heard more than I have. Ah. Mike says he's in game. He's not on. He's listening to us, but he's not looking at the stream. He's talking to me in Alliance chat. All right. So moving right along. Yeah, 1, 2 nodes. Maybe we can get in here. So I don't know what's true and what's what yet. But if it's true what I'm hearing, that his wife and kid were sick all week long and he kept coming to work, well, I've always liked him, but that's a real shitty thing to do. I haven't been directly around him, but where I'm concerned is that some of the guys that I have been around, I heard were hanging out in a break room with no masks on with him the other day, so then I could have caught it secondhand. Also, he was around Mario, and I've been around Mario. Brad Grace, I've been around Brad Grace. So yeah, things could. I probably shouldn't say full names. Sorry, Brad Grace. Not that he comes here and watches these streams. He doesn't even know I do this, but still, I should protect people's privacies. Well, I know he listens to all that right-wing radio mess that tells him, oh, it's not a big deal, this is all overblown. And that just assists people in making foolish decisions. But knowing that your family's sick, and from what I hear, what Dave Moody told me was that, there I go again, what David told me is that his wife is deathly ill. So to see your wife that sick and still come to work, I can't understand that decision making. And he's put a whole lot of good people in peril from it, if that's the case. I mean, he did regardless, but he might have done it unintentionally, but it's looking like maybe not so. I mean, I just heard the other day about some lady that took her kid to daycare, and knew that her kid was positive and took her kid to daycare anyway. And then when they caught her and confronted her on it after a bunch of kids got sick, all she could say was, well, I had to go to work. Like, Americans can be so stupid and selfish, and often they get in that position by being gullible. All right, so the gamma raid is almost over. We're at 84%. I don't think we're going to push to 100. No, we're at 69%. We're definitely not pushing to 100. So we're going to come back to that raid here in a minute. We do have enough tickets to start another one, or keys, or whatever the hell you call them. So we're going to get back to that in a second. Instead, we will move on to something else here. We see here, we got, man, we made good progress this morning in Dark Dimension, dude. Oh, it was so awesome. I got all the way into the 3rd node with only 1 refresh, and we got through the 1st node without dying at all. Black Order took the whole node. I was not expecting that. That node took me like 4 or 5 solid days my first time through to get that node dead. So doing it in like 15 minutes was a bit of a surprise to me. So we might make really good time on our 2nd run, in no small part because we got a lot of Gear 14 characters now. Like all of these you're looking at here, these are all 14. These are 13, but still. And on down, 14, 14 here with Ghost Rider. We're working on getting Venom completed, but we need more of these molecular scans to finish him off. So we got so much stuff that we got from finishing Dark Dimension 3 the first time that there's a lot of characters here we could raise. In fact, look at me. Look at all these green plus signs. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're beautiful, man. I have not seen all this in forever. I've been struggling to get stuff. You know what I mean? So we're in good shape on gear. And we have a lot of Gear Tier 14 characters that we'll be able to roll in there and roll. You know, we don't even have to necessarily heal people. We can just send one team in until they die and then send another team in until they die, and so forth and so on. So hopefully we're going to make good progress in Dark Dimension 3 for this 2nd run. One thing I'm looking at is going off teams, but there's still a lot of characters here that we want to raise. Especially for the purpose of maybe one day using them in verses, if they ever actually make a verses. That would be so nice. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and level Star-Lord. I got tech gear to spend, and he's incredible to take through the cosmic phase, and or at least he was in DD2, and I expect he will be here because he'll be feeding energy to Minerva. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and knock him out. Like so. And just that quick. Bam. He's Gear Tier 14. And that's going to jack him to 93k. Little more boost to our overall team power. I wonder what that's at. I have no idea, really. I am up to 10.6, and I am at 86 still on the collection power top 100, right? Right behind my mom. Oh, man. The names, it burns when I cree. Oh, my gosh. The names people come up with. Okay, so anyway, I'm still like solidly in the mid 80s, and I have been for like all year, right? So there's not a lot of movement in that top 100. Like, everybody's wailing out on the same stuff. So let's see here. We've got all of our daily objectives done, so that means that now we're done with raid. We don't really have much we gotta do here. We can basically just do whatever we want now. We're only 25 minutes into the stream. I'm kind of out of stuff. But we can certainly look into another arena attack. We're not gonna make that. I'm not taking number 1 just yet. Yeah, hell, why not? Let's do it. Who gives a shit at this point, right? All right, Red. Hey, you calm yourself down there now. He just called me a slacker in Alliance chat. Nick, I wish I had a war going on, but we will have a war starting up tomorrow morning. Matter of fact, I'll be going to bed a little early tonight to get up and be ready to call that war. So no war today. But if anybody has a particular team combination that you'd like to see, we're going to do some blitzing just to make some blitz credits and fill a little time. So anyway, we're going to make sure we hit Corvus with this offense down. Anyone else that might hit, damn, we killed Proxima with that too. Anyone else that might hit is just kind of inconsequential. Let's see here. Let's go right at Corvus with this basic. That might have him as a dead man walking. No, that heal might save him. So he's going to flip on us. And then we're going to flip back. So this might actually, well, here in a second we are. Oh, I will definitely show you some Black Order and Blitz, no doubt about it. So let's flip everything black, or back. I can't talk. There goes, well, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on them. They look good. I am at a point right now where I don't want to wail out on them. I'm going to work hard on getting them. You can bet your butt on that, but I don't think I'm going to go buy a lot of offers. None of them are that exciting to me in that, don't get me wrong, Beast, right? Beast is intriguing. But he's really going to be mostly, I think he's going to be good regardless, but he seems tailor-built to where you can use the X-Men to beat campaign nodes and challenges, and then even if Phoenix dies, you can still 3-star them. But I have already beat all the campaign nodes and all of the challenges, so that's not very valuable to me. And while I think he's going to be nice, he's going to be useful, I already have a very high-functioning X-Men team, so that I don't think that's something I really need. Emma Frost looks like a great character, but again, I have Ultron on my Marauders as the 5th, and that works perfectly well. So I'm not, and then I would just have to find a new home for my Ultron, so I'm not like in a huge rush to get her either. And then Squirrel Girl, looks good. Really does look good, I got to admit. And so there is going to come a point where I'm going to be trying to get that Young Avengers team together, but I just don't think it's going to be right off the bat. She's not a character. None of these are characters that are going to help me in Arena, most likely. And I could be wrong about that, and if so, I will adjust. But it doesn't look like any of these are going to be top-tier Arena characters. And if they're not going to be a top-tier Arena character, then I don't feel the need to put money into them, because I'm not going to get money out of them, is essentially where I'm at on that. I am not going to buy Squirrel Girl, no. Especially now, the news I got today, I might be out of work for a while and just pulling in a basic check. So no whaling for the moment. I'm going to buy cores and I'm going to spend them on energy, and that's it right now. I'm not exactly going to be free to play. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I am going to dial back on the whaling, at least until I can know what's going on with the work situation. And I think, again, you're right, Nick. I think I'm going to be able to get her from the event, right? And I think just a little bit of cores here and there on energy in her event will be more effective than, what's up, Twerp? Twerp wants a versus battle. We're going to do that. Twerp here is the evil Morty in our alliance. He is my second in command. He kind of stays behind the scenes. He's like that, right? He likes to make me do all the work while he pulls all the strings. But he's up for a challenge here, and I am more than happy to oblige him. All right, so I'm gonna ban his beefy invisible woman. I'm gonna make sure that she does not see the field, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and say that neither one of us is gonna take a Phoenix in here. Now he's gonna ban, I'm gonna say Black Bolt, and I don't know. It could go either way. It could go a lot of different ways. Maybe Corvus, maybe Yo-Yo, maybe Thanos. I don't know. It's hard. He leads with Yo-Yo. So anyway, good to see you, Emilio. Welcome back to the stream. So anyway, yeah, he goes Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. So I got a lot of ways that I can go here. But for my first pick, I'm going to take... I'll go Mr. Sinister. Yeah, I typically do pretty well. All right, good night, Nick. I typically do pretty well on characters that have their own event like that. So I'm pretty confident I'm gonna get Squirrel Girl regardless to a pretty decent level. Generally, I'll buy the first 2 offers, and then if I buy energy for the event as well, I end up 7-starring them by the end of that event. Welcome back, Josh. Welcome back. Okay, so he went with Hela and Ghost Rider. I will counter that with... I'll counter that with the power couple. Loki. And Heimdall. We're putting together a little quasi Asgardian here. Okay. In that case, then I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Ultron, and I'll wrap it up with the inevitable pick. That is one beefy Kingpin, Emilio. I'm glad you noticed that. He's 7 red stars, gear tier 14. He was very, very helpful actually during the city phase because it's good to have a character around that could put offense ups and defense ups on the whole team. You know, plus he would flood the field with those little craptastic mercenaries that just ate a few big shots every now and then. It worked out really well. All right, so what we have here is like a classic Mystic team. So who's he going to reject off of my team? And this may work well. I really don't have anybody to counter Mordo's blinds. So that may work out very well for him. So he's going to get rid of Corvus. I think that was probably a pretty good pick. So I will counter with Hela. I don't like that Hela. I'll just deal with Mordo. And then for my final pick here, I'm going to go with Captain Marvel. Because I suspect that's what he was going to pick. He has a pretty good Captain Marvel, and I wanted to head him off with the pass on that. That's a big part of drafting. Now Twerp's a pretty good. He knows that he's probably lurking here in the chat right now, and he knows that I'm running out of stuff to do, and we're only 30 minutes into the stream, so he's obliging with a good PvP match, which I know he'll give me. But he doesn't have as many 100k characters to pick from as I do, so he's being a good sport. And by the way, excellent choice with Falcon. Excellent choice. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I offense down Ghost Rider. Oh no. Thankfully we did not lose Sinister yet, but we're on the way to it. Here comes Mordo, I think. Yep, blinds and slows put on everybody. Now here comes the turn bar manipulation. He's giving me a game here. He's giving me a game here. And I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm in a spot of trouble here. Okay, so this is going to miss, and I know it's going to miss. but it will still apply taunt. So I need that. And this is what I'm gonna have to do, twerp. This is what I'm gonna have to do here. Is I'm gonna have to get me one of those falcons. I'm gonna have to get me one of those. And then before you do anything with this, oh shit, she's blinded. I messed that up. Okay, so anyway, now my falcon's turn. We're gonna give everybody speed bar. And then let's see here. No blind on our boy over here. So let's do this. We're just going to pass some damage around. She's not blinded either, so we can get some, well, she would clear it if she was. So we're going to try to get, yeah, there we go, Loki off the board. We're going to pay for that with Ghost Rider, but Danvers can heal that up pretty quick. Let's try to get rid of Falcon before he gets another turn. I would have gladly done a balance draft, Chris. Like, gladly, buddy. I would have gladly done that. So let's see here. Let's try to heal up, although we still have a whole lot of heal blocks on us. So it's going to be us and Heimdall here in a second, who is no joke in and of his own right. There we go. Once again, I'm going to try to heal and save my Sinister. Good match, man. Good match. Best of 3? I'm all for a best of 3. I'm blowing up back here. Yeah. Okay. So one more, man. Best of 3? Maybe 2 more? Right? We can do balanced if you'd like. That was fun. Clear a little time here. Good game. Oh, maybe he's not in. Maybe he's not in. Okay, here he is. Here he is. Okay. Talking to him in Alliance chat, letting you see that. All right. So here we go. One more time. We'll do balanced. I got hat head for being at work all day. I'm sweating. Okay, so here we go. So he gets the first ban on this one. Now the way balanced draft works is you can only pick characters that you legitimately have. You have to have them. They have to be a certain level. They have to be a certain gear. I don't remember exactly what the cutoff is. I think maybe it's like level 60 in gear 9. So it's got to be a character you have. But then what happens is that all of the characters are auto leveled to the same place. So nobody's going in here with 100k versus a 80k. That's not happening. Now, for a player like me, it's a little off-putting because I'll pick all these characters and none of them really perform as well as I'm used to. So I don't draft as well in this particular mode. Also, they put them in alphabetical order, which is a little weirder for me. So I'm going to go with Hela and... let's go ahead and get rid of Ultron, shall we? Let's do that. So now Twerp has first pick, so he gets to pick one character. Oh, is that right, Josh? Okay. I am not unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination. One of my lieutenants, Nathan, who's often in the stream with us, is one of the best drafters I've ever played against. He really is pretty good at predicting what I'm going to do and getting ahead of me. And he puts together team combinations that sometimes catch me out of left field. Twerp here is a super smart guy that I've been playing with. I've been playing games with Twerp for 20 years. I think we met in 01, 02, something like that. So close to 20 years we've been playing games together. We live on opposite sides of the country. We have never met in real life, but I consider him one of my closest friends. So let's see here. I'll go then with Black Bolt and go with Yo-Yo. Go with Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. Whatever, right? Scientist Supreme, interesting choice. Probably will do pretty well. Definitely taking Night Nurse on my next pick. Night Nurse. It's going to be all Night Nurse. All Night Nurse. Graviton. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting pick. I'll go Symbiote Spider-Man and Shuri. And then he gets his final two. The draft, the numbers go back and forth the same way. The big difference between classic and balanced is that again, you can only pick characters that in balance you can only pick characters that you have leveled to a certain range, and then everybody's auto leveled to make it as fair as possible. It's still not technically the same as perfectly fair because I got a larger pool of characters to draw from, right? Okay, so we got some aim going on here. I'm glad I took Ultron off the board because it looks like he was thinking Aimtron. And I don't want to mess with that for sure. Okay, so he's going to be resin a lot. He's going to be, let's see, who do I need to go with this? Who do I need to go with this? I'm going to say... my turn to pick Ghost Rider. And as for that, who do I reject? I'm gonna have to go with Magneto. I can't let him have that Magneto. That would probably win him the fight. So anyway, while we're here, Yo-Yo, why'd you get... Okay, so anyway, if you're interested in interfacing with us while we're not streaming, or if you're interested in joining Mortytown, or if you just like to, which we're now a cluster. We do have spots if you're looking for a new home. But also, if you just want to talk to us when we're not on camera, then feel free to drop by our Discord. There's a link in the description below. And there are spots there where you can, I should have picked a tank, but I think we'll be all right. There are spots there where you can, there's an Ask Vac channel. You can ask me anything you want. There are places there to show off your roster. There's a place there to look at my roster if you're interested. I need to update it, by the way. And, just a place to hang out with the Mortys, share memes, whatever you're into. Plus, you'll get more accurate updates on when there's activity on my YouTube channel. If I'm live streaming or posting new videos, there's a bot that puts them and announces them there. Okay, so where to start on this team? I don't know. I'm thinking, I ran out of time. So we went at Graviton. Ooh, that mind control. That mind control, dog. But we did survive long enough to get our boost. Black Bolt do what Black Bolt do. So yeah, the Falcon, that's all he get. That's all he was gonna get to do. That's all he was gonna get to do. It looks like the defense ups that I get from Shuri are gonna be critical here. With all because they counteract all these defense downs that he's put on me. Got that procced the Black Bolt. Nothing we can do about Loki right now. Okay, that's ball game, but we'll say the first didn't count, Twerp. So we'll call that 1 out of 3, if you'd like. Okay, so we're gonna give him a second. I'll check my mail, get our raid completion reward. So that's good. So now we got a raid to do. Oh, perfect. I am the biggest fanboy of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series. Oh, here, check this out. Right underneath you, right underneath you. All right, I'm looking at you. Of course, you're a webcam sitting on top of my monitor, and right down here below that monitor is Phil Coulson driving Lola, his flying car. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's probably my favorite Marvel TV show, like far and away. I've watched most of them. I like it better than most of the movies. So yeah, I absolutely love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have not seen the new season yet. I'm going to stream it when it's all said and done. I'm not real good at catching live TV, but I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And in fact, I was wailing out on Yo-Yo before we even realized just how OP she was, just because I was a fan from the show, right? I was like, where's my Mac, right? Like, where's my Mac? I need the rest of these characters, right? But I love that show, man. I have said often on stream that Fitzsimmons is one of the greatest love stories ever told, like low key, right? And I just love that show, man. Everything about it. Quake, great character, really great character arc for her on the show, going from being this little hacker named Sky all the way up to now being the great and powerful world shaper or world breaker. But yeah, oh, okay, great. Yeah, so you're not actually familiar with it then. Okay, that is a fantastic television show. It's just pick it up on Netflix and just start watching, man, because it's incredible. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, so I get first ban this time. I don't know which way to go with this. He goes a lot of different directions here. I'm gonna ban the first two he picked back in the day. I'm gonna go with on the first match. I'm going to get rid of Hela and Ghost Rider. Right, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has action. It kind of segues the whole Phil Coulson storyline, and Phil Coulson is one of my favorite characters. The bonds that he builds with all of these characters, because characters like Graviton are on the show. Characters like Deathlock are on the show, which is another character I'd really love to see come to this game. You got, of course, there's the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider is on the show, which is really good. You know, it's not the Johnny Blaze, which I think most of us prefer. We all like the motorcycle, right? But still, it's such a great show. Such a great show. Maul would have been a good pick here. All right, so I get first pick, so I'm going to take Black Bolt again. Yeah, huge fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ain't that right, Phil? That's right. He says yes. He's nodding. He's nodding. He took my yo-yo, man. You can't play with my yo-yo. My yo-yo. All right, so we got to think about another tank. So we're going to go with Falcon. And Ultron. He took Yo-Yo and Phoenix. I knew I should have gotten Phoenix off the board. That's rough. That's rough. Okay. Okay. Captain Marvel, great choice, Twerp. Great choice. Loki, man. He's going to turn that Black Bolt on somebody and I'm going to have a bad day. So Symbiote Spider-Man for me, and Drax. And his final pick's gonna be, yeah, they do have Graviton in the show. He's actually in the show for a long time, and you don't know he's Graviton. And then he becomes Graviton later. He's involved in the show for a very long time before he gains his powers. And I don't want to give away who he is. You can kind of tell by looking, but it might not immediately be apparent to you. I need to get that Morty quote onto my stream deck. You son of a bitch, I'm in. I gotta get that. Thanks for reminding me of that. Perfect. I gotta get that quote. I gotta get that quote on my stream deck. That would be a great one to have.
For real times a million, buddy.
You got rid of my Jugs? Or my Drax. You got rid of my Drax. Okay, so I'm going to have to get rid of Phoenix. Because that's going to kill me. I can't win if he has that Phoenix. And so from there, I think what I'm going to have to do... You got rid of my tank. So my best bet here is going to be to take... Rhino. I'm taking Rhino. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to this one. Who's he pick? Who's his fifth? Who's his fifth? Who's he going to be, Twerp? Yeah, I really got to get that Morty quote. That's awesome. That was awesome. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Boy, he's agonizing over this decision. Tick tock, twerp. Tick tock. 10 seconds. Who's he gonna be? Is he gonna auto-select a minion if he doesn't get anybody? Did we maybe lose him? Maybe we picked Namor, or did he? Surely he picked Namor, I bet you. I don't think that would have been the auto pick. All right. Who wants to load in a bunch of characters? Yay, new patch. All right. I'm guessing that Captain Marvel is going to be the first one out of the gate. Nope, Yo-Yo, of course. Yo-Yo's super fast. See, that's what I was worried about with the Loki. That's why I took Drax. I wanted him to aim that at Drax. But I had to take Rhino because of what he's about to do. Okay, 4-4. Oh, Paul, I could not agree with you more. I mean, that's a stage name. Her last name is actually Wong. But that girl is a great actress, is super fucking fine. Like, I am a big fan of Chloe Bennett. No doubt about it. She really sells that character well. And I'm a much bigger fan of Quake because of it. I'm also a pretty big fan of Elizabeth Henstridge. Follow her on Instagram also. Let's see what we can get out of that. I really want that Yo-Yo to die. This is not war, that is correct. Yeah, I often say that if Chloe Bennett were just maybe like 10 years older, she would be like a dream girl to me. She's a little young for me. I'm 46. She's a little young for me, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate the fact that she's beautiful. But you know, she's also like smart and silly and funny, and you know, I mean, I'm a big fan of her Instagram. She seems like a really cool chick. I don't blame you, Twerp. I don't blame you, Twerp. We were settled at that point. Good match, good game. So yeah, congrats. I need to tell Red, congrats. Red's 900, who may or may not still be in the stream here, just finished off Dark Dimension 2 and unlocked his Ultron. Reds is a co-worker of mine and one of our baby whales here in the. He's only like 3 million collection power, but it's what teams he has with that 3 million, right? Like he's got a strong. He started off with a strong Asgard, and then he built himself a strong Inhumans, and now he's got a strong Black Order. And so yeah, he just went straight to the top of the meta, man. He's got all the best teams. So he's really been doing a lot of work for us. He punches way above his weight, and him and another coworker of ours, Skilled, are in the same boat on that. They've both developed all the best teams, and they're working their way up in total collection power. So man, I'm just happy as hell to have both of them. If you're gonna have a guy that's a little underpowered in your alliance, then have a baby whale that's on his way up, because that's an awesome way to go. All right, so let's see here. We got a gold orb. And we got a few raid orbs here from finishing that raid. And speaking of which, that means we need to go start that Greek raid and get started on it. Since you know, it seems like half the officers are busy PvPing each other. we should probably go get on that. And we will. We're on the way. Okay, so let me answer this guy. Let me answer his question. I mean, if you're listening, Mike, you can put him with anybody, and he makes them better. Okay, good. You can't hear me. I don't have to do all this typing. Yeah, he's like a cheat code, man. He's like a game shark, right? Like, he makes every team better. You know, maybe not every team. Like I said, you don't want to break up your Asgard. You don't want to break up your Inhumans. Although if you do, you pull Karnak off the Inhumans, he'd be a good pick. But really, like, go with a team that you've only got 4 of, right? Like, if you've only got 4 like Marauders, like none of us have more than 4 Marauders. But really, just any team that's kind of incomplete for you, you could put him with 4 trash characters, and it would still be a pretty decent team. So he's real easy to plug in anywhere you need him. He's really great in that regard, and you're gonna really enjoy playing with him, man. I'm looking forward to hearing how you think of him next time I see you. So anyway, we need to get this raid started. We're gonna launch this puppy and just get right into it. All right, so Brotherhood or Shield. Actually, you know what? We may not want to take that lane. What else have we got over here? We want to go up the Spider-Verse lane. That way we can play with our symbiotes, and we can, like, Brotherhood and Shield, like almost all the Mortys have that, so I would rather leave that lane open for them. I don't want to force somebody to go down a Spider-Verse lane if they don't have this full symbiote team. So we'll just go ahead and take that ourselves. Alright, we're going to go right at Thor, fire her up. We're going to roll through these first few nodes without any issues. So I'm glad to know that one of our newer recruits, Paul Irwin here, has great taste in women. I'm also a big fan of Ming-Na Wen, who plays Melinda May in that show, The Cavalry. She's not a super powered character at all, but she's still a badass. And also super attractive. They got a lot of attractive women on that show. That's another thing that probably draws me to it. And I think that conversely, they do have a lot of attractive men, if that's what you're into. As I understand, Henry Hill, I think his name is, that plays Mac on the show. You know, like I can tell. I'm not even gay, and I can tell that's a super looking dude right there. Like, that is a lady killer, no doubt about it. You know, he's this massive, broad-shouldered, you know, square-jawed guy. You know, so there's no doubt. They got a lot of attractive people on that show. But I mean, I just love it for Phil Coulson, man. Like, the guy who plays Phil Coulson in all the early Marvel movies, the guy who dies as Phil Coulson in the first Avengers film, his name is Clark Gregg. Great actor, great guy. Love following his Instagram as well. And you know, he's kind of was the driving thing behind that whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. And that show is just incredible. You know, like any TV, it takes sometimes a season or two to really get going and find its stride. But it was a great show. I loved it. And I can't wait to see that final season with all the time traveling. Nobody spoil me. Nobody spoil me on that. I'll be so mad if you do. But I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm following all of these actors and actresses on Instagram, and it's very likely they're going to spoil me at some point. But I'm trying to avoid it. So So anyway, if you're just joining us, welcome to Mortytown TV. My name is Vac. We're playing some hopefully as high-end as possible gameplay in Marvel Strike Force. And right now we're rolling through our freshly begun Greek raid to get our lane knocked out. This is not a very difficult portion of the game for me at the level I'm at, but we'll have it out of the way pretty quickly. I have a 400k Symbiote Spider-Verse team that's going to make short work of this. So if you're new here and you'd like to join us on Discord, there's a link in the description below where all the basic stuff there. You can talk to us, you can ask questions. You want to apply to join our cluster, there's a spot there for that. Lots of fun Rick and Morty references, and a lot of good conversations going on. Plus announcements on all these streams. And if you're so inclined and you'd like to support the channel, there's also a link where you can tip below, but I'm not really dying for that. So don't stress yourself about it. So let's see now. Let's actually go ahead and get rid of that Mordo before he does any more damage. This is a team that works way better when you're putting debuffs on them, not the other way around. Okay, and we got one, maybe two more in us. We're gonna bump to this outside lane here and let the inside lane's a little easier to fulfill the requirements. So this is where I will pull up my Kree team, which may be getting a big rework soon once I get Young Avengers put together. And we split up our Brawler team. I'm gonna dump these two on the outside and plug in Captain Marvel and Minerva. And off we go. Old Squirrel Girl. I like that she's thick. I'm not really familiar with the character, but I'm down for it. I have no problem. I'm not going to wail out on her, but I'm down for her. I got no problem with her. Looks like a good kit. Looks like a real good kit, right? Always can use another good healer. So this is a team that's probably just going to roll through this on autoplay pretty easy. I'm going to step away for just a moment. All right, and we're back. So we got 10 energy here to throw into U7, so let's go ahead and knock that out. Right now where we're at with the Mortytown Locos is we are comfortably hitting 60% on this. And I think with just a little bit of pushing and a little leveling on the lower end of our roster, we'll be 100%ing it before too awful long. So we're going to go right at Mystique. Get rid of that dodge with Shuri. And start working her down because she can damage us in a big way by turning Black Bolt on somebody, which is what's about to happen, it looks like. Yep, there she goes, and there's no Resonator at that point. So we're gonna have to do this whole node without Shuri. We'll see how that goes. But it's unfortunate. And that's just total RNG. She could have just as easily turned Shuri on Black Bolt, which would have done nothing, right? So it's all RNG, and that's just the RNG aspect of this game. And by RNG, if you're unfamiliar with that term, that means random number generator, which is basically what computers use to determine, these kind of things. So, yeah, it's all just random, right? So it may go real well for you, and it may go really, really bad, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So we're just going to have to try to struggle through this node and see how our four-man team does. Do they fall apart? Do they finish it? I feel pretty good about our chances. If it had been anybody but Black Bolt killing her, we'd have her right back in it and we'd be fine. But that's not going to be possible here, so we're just going to have to power through this and then res her at the conclusion of it, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal at all.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Because we will survive. We have survived. We have weathered that storm. Yeah, no, I'm getting tight on course now. I'm getting tight till I see how things are going to go at work. Okay, so time for that blitzing we were talking about. Unless somebody's knocked me down in arena. Nope, still number one. I wish they would come knock me down. That'd be nice. So let's knock out a few battles here. We'll just use the strongest of the strong, I suppose. And I'll fill a little time. It's 10:30, so we're doing all right. Yeah, let's do that. We can probably rock that pretty easy with our Power Armor 2.0. Pretty good team. Pretty good. It was a great team before. Still a great team. Works just a tick better with Ironheart. No doubt about it. I like them both. I end up doing a lot of balanced. What's up, Wolverine? Glad to have you back to the stream. I end up doing a lot of balance because I commonly PvP people who are 2, 3, 4 million TCP below me. So just to be fair, right, you got to go balanced. But I really do enjoy the occasion that I get to use the classic draft, because then I'm using my characters, the characters I've built, right? And I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. And look at Reds getting Corvus to gear tier 14. Look at you, dog. Man. Now, I did find out this morning that Black Order works exceedingly well in Dark Dimension 3. And I took my Black Order team in, and I cleared for my second run, I took my full Black Order team in to start. Cleared the whole first node in one shot, which completely caught me by surprise. I didn't expect that. Took me like 4 or 5 days to get through that thing on the first run. So I was pretty excited about that. And then they got about halfway through the second node, and then they died. We went ahead and we threw all the other teams that we had at it. And oh yeah, I mean, they've been beasts for me in arena for sure. I got them up to about 540k at this moment. So yeah, so they just rolled through that first node, got halfway through the second. I cleared up the rest of or most of the rest of the second with my other teams, but I didn't even finish it. And then I healed up Black Order and put them back in there, and they finished the second, and then moved on and put a good dent in the third. So man, so many good things happening with that team. So we're making real good progress on our second run of DD3. It's going really well. And so I still think it's going to take a couple of weeks probably, but we're certainly on a better pace than we were last time, where it was easy. A month or two it took me to get through all that. I mean, more probably. When did Dark Dimension 3 release? That was back early this year, right? It probably took me 6 months to get through that sucker. Okay, let's see here. Who do we want to kill with X-Men? Let's do that. Yeah, they are incredible. Wonderful team. More than happy with them. And I'm more than happy that I wailed out on them. Because I would not be earning the same cores in Arena right now had I not. So pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about it. Yeah, oh yeah. And I got a ton of characters to throw at them too, right? Like if you know Black Order falls, well, I got a BB Yo-Yo Ultron team right behind that, and you know Sinister, and I got all kind of Gear Tier 14s to put at it now, and I got more every day coming up. So we're in good shape. We're in pretty good shape. I'm looking forward to getting it all done, and getting all those Red Star upgrades tokens, those gold ones in particular. And we're probably going to put those into Black Order. I'm probably going to make sure that every member of my Black Order is at least 6 red stars. That's my goal. All right. These guys are not even going to kill Phoenix. Yeah, done.
Riggedy, riggedy, wrecked, son!
That was an easy 100K. Not that we care about the score, because again, another character I don't need, but we want to get in the habit because we're going to be blitzing our ass off coming tomorrow night. I'm going to go hard on X23. I need 2 more stars on her. I ain't playing around. I need some. I need a high blitz score for this one. Okay, they're probably going to fall pretty easily now with no Wanda. Don't even need to heal. Pretty good possibility I just raised this entire team to gear 14 now, just to really beef up their sustain and make them that much more of a pain in the butt on war defense. There's so many counters to this team now, but pushing them up to 500K will certainly make it more difficult for people to counter them. Like my Black Order is 540 naturally right now. I'm not even sure what they look like with war buffs. I'm looking forward to seeing that tomorrow. So Red's just got all that stuff from finishing Dark Dimension 2, so now he's raising all kind of characters to Gear 13 over there right now. All right, so Black Order, let's just take the toughest team on the board here. It's going to be this kind of mismatched team. Blah, 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 blah. Words are hard. That's a ballsy chopper pilot right there. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Okay. We'll go right at Thor. That's probably good enough. Let's go over here on the left side. We're going to buff up, put the counterattacks on everybody. We're going to let Corvus do what Corvus do. Bye-bye. These guys never stood a chance. And that was a big punch-up. That was the toughest team we were facing. Or at least the highest scoring, right? The biggest points. At least that. Okay. So I don't really want to spend any blitz creds, charges. I want to save those for X23. So that might be about it, ladies and gents. We're still in first place. There's not much I can do now. We've got all of our raids done. Let's see if maybe we've built up enough to do one more on the Greeks. We have. That's something we can do. Now, if anybody would like to PvP challenge me at the conclusion of this, I'm certainly open to that. Classic or balanced, I don't care. It'd be something to fill time. But I'd be down for a best of 3, and then I'm probably going to conclude the stream after that. Give me a little time to try to work on my next YouTube project before I go to bed. It's been about 2 weeks now, I think, since the last short form video that I put out. But I think I have hit all the high points. You know, I don't want to just be putting out videos just to be putting them out, except for these live streams, right? This is just, I want to let people see raw and unfiltered how I play the game, and have a chat with people while I do it, because, you know, it's getting where, like, right, like this, I don't have to directly drive things as much as I used to. And I'm rolling through content pretty quickly now. So I used to play this game and I'd watch somebody else's stream, or I'd listen to music or watch a movie or what have you. And now, so this is pretty fun to have live people that I can interface with and talk to while I play the game. And you know, I can try to be, I like being helpful. I like being helpful. So, you know, it's pretty fun for me. It's pretty fun for me. So this has been a great new hobby for me. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So that pretty much is going to do that. So I don't see any PvP challenges popping up. So let's see what we got here. We got 20 more energy we could burn. We got Star-Lord ready to go. We'll just hang on to it. We'll grab it in the morning. We'll grab it in the morning. So yeah, we're going to wrap that up then. That'll conclude Mortytown TV for tonight. I want to thank all of you who are riding along live with me tonight. We appreciate you so much, and we hope to see you back in the stream again. If you'd like to join us in Discord, if you haven't already, there's a link in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link in the description below. So come on by, ask me anything. We'd be glad to have you. So if you're watching this later on YouTube and you've gotten all the way to the end, you're my favorite person. I love you. You're awesome. So until I see all of you again, which will probably be tomorrow morning, you guys be cool. Keep gaming. I'm back, and I'm out of here.